four-time World Cup champions Germany as they play host to Ado-Ado's Black Stars.
Joy tonight, trying to play alongside the likes of Havertz and Wirtz and Serge Gnabry on that left-hand side. And for the Ghanaians, they make just two changes. In goal, Benjamin Asare comes in. Kojo Apong comes into that center-back position. The curiosity with this team is, will they stick with the back four that we saw them play against Austria, which they lost 5-1, or will they shift to their more familiar three-back system? But I'm looking at Thomas Partey to really own that midfield. Still looking for more from Antoine Semenyo to really contribute in the attack.
Ado under a lot of fire and a lot of pressure coming off of that embarrassing loss and humbling loss, in his own words, against Austria just a few days ago. Meanwhile, Julian Nagelsmann thrilled with what he saw on the attacking side of the field, but obviously some concerns defensively, which continues to be the big question mark surrounding the four-time World Cup champions. Antoine Semenyo in great form for club, bit of a question mark for country. But this Ghanaian side has lost their last 4 games in a row. They've only scored 1 goal in those last 4. And could use with a major confidence boost against a team that, of course, has so much talent at their disposal, but are looking to make their mark and at the bare minimum get to the knockout round this summer, which is just a little more than 70 days away in North America. As we invite you to turn off the world and turn on the game. We are live from Stuttgart as Germany pressing high, winning the ball. It's Florian Wirtz trying to wiggle his way through, coming off of a sensational performance. But Mo, both
that balance, right? How does he make them a little bit better and disciplined?
Wirtz starting it through. It's Kai Havertz peeling it back. Good opportunity, and it's just wide from Voltemata. And the first sign of life from Germany in the attacking third tonight.
Well, some big concerns from Ghana's standpoint. We saw them bleed goals against Austria. This is good movement off the ball from Kai Havertz, and this should be in the back of the net. At the very least, hitting the target. Nick Voltemata is just like Derek Collins, just gets caught ball watching.
And here is Ghana exposed again, and that's a rough challenge along the back line for Ghana. And it is going to be just a yellow card for Jonas Ejete, and perhaps a bit of it lucky to get away with that, as Kai Havertz was clear out on goal. He actually might... But it will be Wirtz, and it's just wide. It actually looked like that might have came off the post, and Liverpool man just inches away from a third goal in 2 games.
Well, Florian Wirtz at the moment is a man just oozing confidence, and this is such a well-taken...
Kimmich, teasing ball in behind the back line. That's Jurenki who gets a touch to it. And the flag is up. It's attack, and it falls for Kimmich. In behind for Serge Gnabry, and that's a awkward header in the direction of their own goal coming from Alexander Djiku, the Spartak Moscow man. And it's another set-piece opportunity for Julian Nagelsmann's side.
Germany's doing...
Kimmich trying to stand up towards the back stick. It's a free header. Germany wins the first. Back across. Havertz. German supporters wanting a free kick, but it's on Angelo Stiller to take the corner. Asari off of his line. Oh, here's Pascal Gross. Over the head of Voltemata, and then swiped out by Jonathan Tah out of play. But it has been all Germany inside of the first 10 minutes.
Germany's been really good at that secondary run.
Slip here allows Serge Gnabry to get on the ball. Now Kai Havertz and everybody. Kojo Apong being chased down by Serge Gnabry. And the Bayern Munich man guilty of the foul.
I mean, this little delay now in play will be good for Ghana.
Yeah, to the penalty area. That was Prince Adu, who was also in the neighborhood, and then a first-time effort. Always going wide, and that's the first time that Alexander Nubel has even come close to seeing the ball in his direction.
But this is better from Ghana.
Brown from the left wing. Wirtz. Kimmich waiting for it, and the foul's going to be called against Germany, and Kimmich can't believe it.
I want to see that one again because it's up.
Here's Kimmich again, looking for that ball being stood up right around the penalty area, but Asari coming off of his line and claiming it amongst the trees.
Once again, Germany essentially attacked.
A touch to it before it can reach Gnabry. Havertz. Kojo Apong able to deny the delivery, and despite the fact that Ghana's been on their heels for the entirety of the 22.5 minutes, this is much better defense.
Bodies centrally Germany are playing with.
Gnabry thought about it initially, and Benjamin Asare was more of a passenger on that strike than anything. Kai Havertz once more. He certainly likes the matchup with Kojo Apong, but Apong has stood his ground, the 21-year-old. But Ado having to change something defensively as that corner almost found the head of Schlotterbeck, and then Antoine Semenyo rids Florian Wirtz, and this is for the corner, clips it towards the back stick. Partey wins the first header, Semenyo up for the save. Now slips it through, it's a great looking ball. Semenyo lashes it across, and Joshua Kimmich able to clear it away before it could reach anybody in a white kit on the back stick. And here's Voltemata. And always too far. Urenke just shielded off the ball by Florian Wirtz, and some good defending from the Liverpool man.
It's an interesting game so far, this one, Tyler, because Germany have had the bulk share of the ball.
Havertz, good feet, and he wins the free kick and gets another little how do you do from his former teammate Thomas Partey. Balasari got a touch to it, it's loose in front, still pinballing around, it's Jonathan Todd, he sends it over the crossbar. Looking for his second goal in 2 games. It sat up ever so nicely for the center back, and it will be a corner. Supporters heading into this World Cup as that ball in behind is a delicious one for Voltemata. Leaves it for Florian Wirtz. But the offside flag is up. It was on the initial run from Voltemata, and that'll deny Florian. First half warm-up in. Here's Brown to try to regain his match fitness coming off that injury in Club World Cup.
Possession higher up the pitch, because they've got so many numbers forward, there's a lot of space and there's a lot of 1v1 situations that get created in transition against them.
Here's Wirtz again, weaving his way through, and a block in front coming from Jonas Ajete. And Semenyo finding an outlet in Jordan Ayew.
Oh, he should have gave it to him. Semenyo was in.
Kai Havertz scores with calm and with ease, and Germany get their deserved goal at the end of this first half. A couple of years ago as a 29-year-old, but he's been one of those great stories who's really started 2 seasons ago for Stuttgart. As Ghana win it back in the middle of the park, and it should be a foul in favor of the Black Stars, and indeed it is. Ayew clips it in. He's on top of every set piece for Ghana. And the offside flag is up. Are you surprised that it ended? And Wirtz somehow keeps it alive for Nathaniel Brown. He's got time and space to deliver, and the header coming in for Thomas Partey was almost on frame, and in turn it'll end up being a sent in towards the back stick, available for Antonio Rudiger, and it was blocked before it could reach Benjamin Asari once more. Asari off his line once more. Pascal Gross in the first 45 minutes. Clever little dummy, Nathaniel Brown for Pascal Gross, and couldn't quite open up his hips. And easy work in the end for Benjamin Asari. On his way. Sizing up Antonio Rudiger, great matchup, peels it back across, and that was the best chance of the night so far for Ghana, and the Black Star faithful thought that they had their equalizing goal. It was Prince Adu who was making that run at the near post.
But watch Prince Adu's run. This is
up for the first, and Leonard Carl for Voltemata, and it's off the crossbar. And the follow-up chance is denied. That was Alexander Djiku, and that was one of the more scintillating moves we've seen from Germany all night.
That's a second really big chance that Voltemata had in this game. If you go back to the opening, what was it, 5-6 minutes where he has the chance off the cutback. This time it's more traditional center forward play, really slick football. Clever movement. The initial touch from Voltemata.
Wirtz drawing attention from Owusu. Leonard Carl. It's a full display and the nutmeg as well. Kimmich standing over it as well. Delivered Union Berlin man on top of the set piece, finding Jordan Ayew in space. Tries to put it on frame and looked like it might have taken a deflection. Still waiting for the first word from the referee Stuart Atwell.
This is straight off the training ground. You see the Ghanaian players all split.
Took 2 deflections as it came off of Raum initially. As Ayew Decent looking ball in. Leonard Carl cushions it down. It's Goretzka, and Voltamata actually got in the way. Last touch coming off of the big Newcastle striker.
More centrally than playing as a right back for Germany.
And that's going to be a yellow card for Elisha Owusu.
That pieces from Germany in this match, but this one is a lot more wide than the first glance told. But we saw the one in the first half. Florian Wirtz, where he struck.
Kimmich. Figured why not. This is certainly a much better performance from Ghana after getting trounced by a score of 5-1, something that ought to add actual home as Kuhn turns the corner. Good chance here, and Fatawu scores. Germany picked apart, and Abdul Fatawu has been on the field for just several minutes, and Ghana are level in Stuttgart.
Despite Germany's dominance for large spells in this game, the vulnerability was there defensively. And the feeling was always one of such that if Ghana could just...
Falls for Carl. Voltamata, heavy first touch coming off Kimmich. Unda brings it down beautifully. But the defense leaves it for Leroy Sané. On-rushing is Kimmich ups prior to the World Cup. As Urenke gets stuck in, but got too much of footage there, and gets whistled for the foul. Meanwhile, Ghana will be taking on. Brown whips it in, and Goretzka was there, but always difficult to steer on frame.
But that last point you bring up is...
Great little ball over the top, cushion down, it's Undav! Well, how fitting is that for the Stuttgart man? The recipient of a silky smooth German move.